and being too loud. Lead with work, not clout. He took on a persona of a DB. DB, you're able to do certain things. You can speak loud, be rambunctious, and have bravado. As a quarterback, you're a CEO. Ocho, do you agree with this?
I mean, in a sense, a little bit. In a sense that a little bit. You got to conduct yourself a certain way at that specific position. At that specific position, you got to conduct yourself a certain way. You got to carry yourself a certain way. You got to talk a certain way. PC almost. I kind of even don't like it, but obviously you're not in there yet. You're not there yet. You haven't made it yet. So once you get there, if anything, you got to play the game a little bit. You got to play the game a little bit. This is why I love Lamar Jackson so much. Lamar Jackson has been Lamar Jackson since Louisville. Lamar Jackson has been Lamar Jackson since he was at Boynton High School. So Lamar Jackson, even in the NFL, he's still Lamar Jackson. He hasn't changed to conform to the ways in which they say a quarterback should be. In talk, in dress, he's remained authentically himself. So Shedeur, his approach to the game is a little bit different. He's a little bit more flashy, he has a little bit more aura and bounce to him and pizzazz that it comes with him. It comes with the last name in general. You know, that's just who he is. You know, and you understand what you get, and I understand what Cam is talking about. And Cam is one also. He didn't change who he was. He didn't change who he was. He was authentically himself, and it remained that way. And he played at a very high level, but he didn't become that until he already got in the league. Yeah. So, you know, Shedeur comes with the camera and the lights and the glitz and glamour already. He has it all before he even got to the NFL. So it's hard to tone that down and then bring it back out. But listen, he in there now. So the sky's the limits. Sky's the limits.
Joe, what's the basketball equivalent? Who is a situation that in the basketball they would like, you know, braggadocious, outgoing, flash, a lot of substance. We'll see if the substance that he had in college, if he can replicate that in the NFL. But who do you think would be the equivalent of Shedeur as a basketball player?
The only guy off the top of my head I could think is probably Lil Mikey, who just signed with Mike Bibby at Sacramento State. I think because since he was a
Mike Williams, right?
Since he was a kid, you know, we've seen the talent, we've seen how he's captivated these young kids. Man, I've been in tournaments to where he's played at. I'm talking about the gyms be crazy packed out. So now that he has an opportunity, you know, he transferred from UCF to Sacramento State over there with Mike Bibby. I think Mike Bibby gonna give him the keys and let him kind of rock out as far as guard-wise, handling the ball, making plays, scoring the ball. And I think he'll get a chance to really put his talent on display to show the world what he's capable of doing. Because at UCF, he was coming off the bench, he wasn't even really playing, but he had his moments though. So I'm looking forward to him kind of taking college basketball by storm this year.
Yeah, people, the chat saying Bronny James. I don't think Bronny's draft stock nobody thought Bronny James was going to be a lottery pick. Nobody thought Bronny James was not rated as a top player in the draft. He probably got helped by his dad. I think had he gone back to school and had a year recover, because he's only a year removed from a very, very serious medical injury. A medical issue, not injury, issue. Very serious.
Yeah. But it's still that's not a good comparison to whoever said that.
No, it's not.
The cachet and the aura that each of them have is completely different. You know, LeBron is LeBron's son. But but Shedeur and what comes with Shedeur is it's a little bit more light.
Yeah, but LeBron was never flashy.
No.
Shedeur was doing this at Jackson State.
He been doing this. Yeah.
Yes.
Bronny is.
I mean, all LeBron do is Bronny. He make a shot and he run back down the court.
Bronny a little bit more low key with it.
I mean, Shedeur more like Johnny Manziel or
there
something
we go.
like that.
That's a good comparison. That's a good comparison.
Yeah.
So I think the thing is, Ocho, you and I have spoken ad nauseum about this. I think everybody's trying to figure out why, how, what happened, who did what,
Yeah, boom.
to try to explain. Some things should be offered without explanation. Ocho, it's like, I don't know if you old enough to remember. You remember, Joe, you remember when people used to go door to door and they sold encyclopedias and dictionaries?
I done bought a few of them. What you talking about?
Okay, so somebody come to the day, somebody come like, he bought them. Next house did.
Yeah.
Maybe they need them. Maybe they need them and didn't want them. I don't know.
Good one.
We got to stop. I mean, and sometimes, I ask no questions. Why? Okay, he has a chance now. He's there now. Where you got drafted, yeah, there's money involved, because I'm sure he'd like to be a first-round pick, like to be a top 10 pick, top 5 pick, because of the money. But I think if Shedeur is what many believe that he is, and I believe that he can play, it shouldn't be a problem.
Hey, you know, the funny thing about it is he's going to get to his money faster because you were a 5th-round pick. He's going to get to it faster. All you got to do, boy, put your head down and do what you always been doing. Work.
What Brock Purdy came out, 3 years ago? What quarterback was in Brock Purdy's draft? What year was that? 2021? 22? Yeah. So who?
Hey, that's so funny, Unc. When you just that little example you just used about the encyclopedias and dictionaries.
Yeah.
You know, I used to sell them at my church. Now
they come to our house. They getting the screen door. I said, "You see this house? What makes you think we need encyclopedias to look at it? Do you see this house? The screen door hanging off."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what makes you think if we ain't got money to repair, what good is being smart if we live it like this?
Hey.
We ain't smart enough to fix the screen door.
Hey.
Come out with a handyman. You got a handyman in there?
I remember them days, boy.
Yeah.
We all dealt with.
We ain't about no damn encyclopedias. I mean, dictionary. They come out selling encyclopedias and dictionary. Would you like to buy some? The lady, please. Hey, does it look like somebody here doing homework? I'm just asking you. No. My grandma say, boy, what that thing is? You know my grandma. Hey, Libby, what that thing where they go and they got books? Library. Yeah, that place. I know dictionary, no encyclopedia. And it wasn't, I think they cost like $50 for a set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you know what $50 in the 70s?
Back then, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. A lot of money.
No. Yeah, but look, I get what Cam's saying, that, you won't. Here's the thing, Ocho. If I'm auditioning for a job, it all depends on what type of job I'm trying to get. I mean, some jobs are going to require you to wear a shirt and tie.
Yes, sir.
On the interview.
Yeah.
Some jobs you can go to and play, maybe you got a collared shirt. That's good enough.